Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. So today we will be learning two topics in this tutorial series. The first topic is indentation in Python and the second topic is comments in Python. So we'll be focusing more by doing practicals, not the theoretical part. So let's go ahead into the PyCharm IDE and see how to use indentation and how we can write comments and what is the uses of those things in Python programming languages. It is very important to understand indentation and comments because it is very useful for any developer or of any programming languages. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we already have a project created in PyCharm IDE. So if you do not have any project, you can follow the how to create a project in PyCharm in the I button, as well as I have already pasted a link to the video in my description box. So for now, you can go ahead and check the video, but for now let's go ahead and create a new file for indentation. Okay, so to understand what is indentation, first we'll write a very simple program and then I'll try to make you understand what is indentation and what is the use of indentation. Okay, so let's go ahead and write a simple program to calculate if a number is greater than a specific number or less than a specific number. Okay, so I'll write a comment here. I'll tell you about comments in the in very soon, but I'll write about what is the program I'm writing. Okay, write a program to determine number is greater than or less than. Okay, so let's suppose a is a variable and I am assigning a value 10 to it, and let's write a for loop for if a is greater than 5. I'm writing okay, a is greater than 5. If not, a is less than 5. Less than 5. So it's a very simple program in which if I'm assigning a value 10 to the variable and I'm running a loop to determine if a is greater than 5 or less than 5. So it's very simple program. Okay, so now let's understand what is indentation. Okay, so you have noticed that whenever I'm trying to do enter on this line, it's automatically creating a space over here. So this is called indentation. Okay, so indentation is a space automatically created by the IDE to determine a block of code, and it is very useful for Python interpreter to understand a particular block of code and run the code and execute the queries given by you. So here it's all, there is also one more indentation is automatically created. We can define the size of indentation by ourselves. Okay, also, but if you do not want to define a size of indentation, by default it is automatically a 4 space given to it. So if you want to see how you can also change the size of indentation in PyCharm ID, I can show you right here. So for that, click on file, go to settings. Okay, and in the settings, just search for code style and go to Python. So here you can see tab size is 4. Okay, so let's suppose I'm doing it for 5, so there is no need for this. So whenever, if I'm selecting a 5, so whenever I use a tab in my code block or in my while writing a program, it will accept a tab size of 5. Okay, but I'm using 4. I'll be using 4 because I'm much more familiar with this. And there's one more option of indentation, so it is also selected as 4. You can choose if you want to change it. Let's suppose you selected it 3, so it's showing here. Let's suppose you did it for 5, so it's changed by one more space. Let's suppose you did it for 8, so it takes more space, right? So if you do it, increase the size, it will take more space in your program file, but there is no need for that. You can make it for default as for default as well, but it's for your choice if you want to change it or not. Okay, so if you want to change it, you can do it here, or I'm going by default option, so I'll close this now. And I hope you understand what is indentation. Indentation is basically the space given to understand or define a block of code. Okay, so let's run this code and see what the answers we get, and if we do not use indentation here, are we getting any errors or not? So I'll simply go ahead and try to run this file of indentation file. So I'll run from here. I'll select this file, right click and run indentation.py. So I'm seeing the answer as a is greater than 5, which is correct, right? So let's suppose I'm selecting a is equals to 2, and I'm trying to run this code. So I'm having an answer of a is less than 5, which is correct, right? So let's suppose now you remove this indentation part and try to run the program if is it giving an any error or not. Okay, so let's click on the play button, and you're getting an error is indentation error, expected an indented block. So that means indentation is required for programming languages, and to in Python especially. So please use indentation. It's automatically taken by your IDE, whatever IDE you'll be using. But yeah, it's very important to know it, right? So I hope you understand what is indentation and what is the use of indentation and how you can also use it, right? So now the second part we'll be learning about is comments in Python. Okay, so the comments is also very important in Python. So actually comment is very important for developers who are writing thousands and more thousands of lines of code. And let's suppose there is an other programmer is coming and watching that file, but he's not able to understand, then comment comes into the picture. Okay, so if you are using comments for writing blocks of code and defining that, yeah, this block is defined for this function, this block of code works this kind of works, then other programmers who will be seeing your writing of code, they will be easily able to understand. Then that's why comment is very useful for developers to use it. So but if you do not want your code to understand by others, yeah, it's your choice, you can simply skip this, but the problem will be coming to you only, because whenever, let's suppose you are again checking the code after some days, you will not understand. So that is a problem. So please write comments as well. So we'll see more about comment, and also try to run uh, use more comments. So now there are also we have also different types of comments in programming languages. So basically we have two types of comments. One is single line comment and one is multi-line comment. So let's go ahead and see what is single line comment and what is multi-line comment. Okay, so the line you are seeing here is a single line comment, which which is completed in one line. So let's suppose I also want to write something here, and I do not want to be executed this line as well. So what I'll do is I'll write hash again, and this line will also be ignored by Python interpreter. So we can use single line comments by using hash, but let's suppose you want to write a 5 line of description, and you are using hash 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 hash, but that's a problem. So there is one easy way to write multi-line comments. So what I'll do is I'll simply copy this. So if you want to write multi-line comment, you can use single quote 2 times. So whatever you'll write in this is a multi-line comment. Okay, the more you can write, it will ignore each and everything. There is no need for that. Okay, let's run this program. Will not get any kind of error. Okay, and there's also one more way to write a multi-line comment. You can use double quote 2 times and for a multi-line comment. Yeah, you can write. There will be no error still. Yeah, so there is no error. So what we learned here is we can use two type of comments. One is single line comment followed by a hashtag, and one is second is multi-line comment followed by a single quotes using 2 times and double quotes using 2 times, and this will enables me multi-line comment. Okay, so that's all about comment. So this is very simple. You can write multi-line comment or single line comment as per your requirement. You can simply use it whenever you need it, and that's all about comment and indentation.